Welcome to Theznutzgarage, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 things that I hate about my 22 F-150 XLT. Alright, so this is going to be the 5 things that I hate about my 2022 F-150 XLT pickup truck. But we're going to have a plus one. And the plus one is how dirty the truck is right now. Currently, I'm out in Billings, Montana, and it had came a snowstorm a couple of days ago, maybe dumped about 6 or so inches on the ground. And the truck's just dirty. So what we're going to try to do, the temperature is above freezing, so let's go see if we can wash this thing, get the inside vacuumed out, and get all the stuff inside the truck kind of cleaned up. And then I'll tell you the top 5 things that I hate about this truck.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
Alrighty, so I got the truck all washed and vacuumed out just for this video, just for the viewers. I did this just for you, so give me a big thumbs up, comment down below, and all that good stuff. But I did clean this truck up just for you, because here in a couple of days, it's going to snow another foot up here in Billings, Montana, so it's just going to get dirty again. And but one thing they don't have to worry about up here is salt, because they don't use that. It snows and God does the magic of making it melt. They kind of suggest you buy a 4-wheel drive or you just stay at home. So, oh well. So, like Casey Kasem used to do, we're going to get on with our countdown. And number 5 is the rake. I hate it how these trucks come from the factory with a rake. Because that's just one more thing that you have to do. Either putting a leveling kit on it and spending about $500-600 to have that done unless you do it yourself. But with these newer trucks, every one of them has a rake, and I guess that's due to so when you load stuff in the bed, the truck levels out. But I wanted my truck to sit level, and I'm going to be showing this video of the truck from the outside, and basically you're going to see the truck is sitting level. And the reason why it's sitting level is because I've already had the rake fixed. It was kind of driving me nuts, and it just looks like I'm at the drag strip, and I just couldn't stand it. So that is number 5, is the rake. Alrighty. Number 4 on the list, tires. Now, manufacturers really don't they put thought in the tires they put on the vehicles for safety and quality of tire, things like that, but they used to not really care about that. They just wanted to get them out the door. You know, if it's round and it rolls, it goes. That's kind of what they thought, I think. So this truck came with a 275/65/18. Now, the thing about that tire, it was an all-terrain tire, and it was a mud and snow tire. But it was not like a winter compound kind of tire. It wasn't 3-peak rated. If you don't know what 3-peak rated is, just Google it. Winter tires. They are good for the mud and the snow, but they're also like rated so that way when the temperatures drop really low, that the compounds in the tire don't get hard. They stay soft. So that way when you're out, we'll say out on some of the roads that are up here in Montana, like a few days ago, we went through Yellowstone, and those roads were just iced over and snowed over, but you got to have a certain kind of tire to get through those places. And being the truck's out here, and we're going to be using the truck for a lot of off-roading, I needed to go with a little better tire, but I kind of wanted to stay in the cheap range because the tires that are on this truck and the rims, I plan on these being just solely my winter tires. In the summer, I would like to get a new set of rims and tires, maybe some polished aluminum wheels for the truck, where these are chrome plated, which are a little bit more durable and, you know, than say polished aluminum, because you really have to baby those rims to make sure they always have that shine to them. And there is some metal polish called Rebels that you can get from Iowa 80, and you can just rub it on, wipe it off, and jump back and be like, wow, baby, those are nice, you know. But you can put that on there ever so often, and it's really easy to apply and keeps them shiny. But in the wintertime, if I go somewhere like Colorado or Utah, some of these other states that may use salt, they can really play havoc on those polished aluminum wheels. So my plan is to get some polished aluminum wheels, and then get some Goodyear Duratracs that are, I think it's a 275, 75, 18, and basically that is a 33 by 11 tire that I can put on this truck without having to do any more modifications to it. And that's going to make it sit up where I want it, which will be about another couple of inches. So moving on. Alrighty, we're about halfway there. Y'all, I know y'all are excited about this. Number 3, the engine. Now, when I bought this truck, I had blown up my other truck. Let's just be honest. I blew it up, and I needed a truck, and I didn't want to wait. I needed a truck to get to work on Monday. So I went down to my local Ford dealership, which is Steve Marsh Ford in Milan, Tennessee, and just went on the lot, and the only thing they had on the lot were basically 2 7s, the twin turbo EcoBoost engine. And I wanted a 5.0 because I didn't want the turbos. Didn't want to fool with them. I wanted a coyote motor, man. I want to be, woo, like all them Mustang guys are, you know. I want a coyote motor. But really the reason why I wanted one was because it doesn't have the twin turbos on it. And later on, I keep my trucks a long time. At some point, I'm thinking, I got to replace them turbos. And, you know, that might cost some money. Now, luckily, one thing about this engine is the engine, the turbos are on the side, and they're actually pretty easy to get to. So if I needed to swap them out myself or add bigger turbos, which I'm not, I would actually be able to access those, unlike my Fusion that we have where the turbo's down underneath the engine. You know, you probably got to drop the cradle and pray to Jesus a lot on that one. But the engine is the kind of the downfall. I think in this model year they have a 2.7, 3.5, and then the 5.0. There may be some other ones. If there are some other ones, comment down below, because I don't know them all. I just bought this one because it was on the lot. I liked the way it looked, and it was ready to go, and I didn't have to be late for work. Alrighty, well, we're getting down. This is almost the number 1, but it's not. It's second. So, you know, it's not number 1. You're not first or second, or you're last, or something. I don't know. There goes somebody in a little Jeep. Have to tow them out for long. Anyway, the number 2 thing on my list that I hate about this truck is the radio. I know what you're saying. How do you hate the radio? Well, it's because, once again, I was kind of in a rush to get the truck, and I didn't get all the features on it that I wanted. But I can add it. I can fix it if I want to. This truck does have the big 12-inch display. It doesn't have that banging Osteen radio in it, I think. But it does just have your big 12-inch radio and just, I guess, regular speakers in the door. They could be the cheap, you know, factory speakers they've always put in cars. Basically, some old cardboard they found out of the parking lot, made a speaker out of it. But I can upgrade the speakers in the truck if I wanted to. And you can also, from the dealer, you can get, you can go on, I think it's accessories, Ford accessories, or accessories.ford.com or something, where you can go and just buy the subwoofer and amp that goes in the back, behind the seat back there. And that's about I think that thing's like $700 or something like that, $750 or something like that. And then you have to have it programmed to this radio. Now, that's probably going to cost a little bit extra because I have to go in and do the forescan on it and do all this stuff to make that amp work with it. Now, there's other aftermarket alternatives that you can do. The pros to that is that you probably don't have to do that. You could tap into the speakers in the back, use a high pass input on it, and then just go from there. The problem I don't like about that is now you have to run wires to the battery and all this other stuff. There's a little bit more installation to it than just taking out the back seat, screwing in a new system where the factory plugs are back there already, and then just going into a computer and programming it. Now, that just depends upon how much time and what you want to do with your vehicle. To me, maybe something I add later on, but I'm not really too concerned with it right now. But it would have been nice if I'd have had a little bump in the trunk, even though I don't have a trunk. Got a back seat. All right, we're going to go to number one. But before we get to number one, I know you're just biting at the teeth. You're just wanting to know what the number one thing I hate about this truck is. I'm going to give you two other little ones real quick, if I can remember what they are. Oh, yeah. One of them is, when I bought this truck, it also did not have the trailer electric brakes up here controller. I don't need that thing that's going to tell me how to back my trailer, because trust me, I can back a trailer. I do it every day. Big ones. So this little truck and a little trailer, I ain't worried about the truck doing it for me. I'm a real man. I can back a trailer. So anyway, I would have liked to have the electric brakes up here, but that is something that I can also buy from Ford, because my truck already has the pins for the campers, and the 7-pin and the 4-pin, all that already back there. So all I have to do is buy the little module that goes in the dash right here where this little change cup holder is, and I can put it in there, and I think it's like $250. Alrighty, we're almost to number one, but we got that one more thing. CD player. How am I supposed to listen to all my CDs I've been collecting all my life? Thing don't even have a CD player when it comes to the radio. I tried to put one in it, and it won't. And I ain't even got a spot for it. Dadgummit. Got the very first Cinderella CD I ever bought. Can't even listen to it now. What am I going to do? I guess I just have to sing it. Well, not to y'all. So anyway, on to number one we go. The number one thing I hate about this truck are these seats. I like the color, but you know, I like leather. So I'd have had to move up to a Lariat, and that would have cost me another 10 grand for seats. Of course, they got other options. You know, probably even a CD player, if you ask me. They probably got a CD player in the Lariats. But no, I didn't want to spend that kind of money, because I knew there was a such thing called as cat skins. So my plan is when the truck gets back to Tennessee here in April, June, in the summer, maybe Christmas, maybe I'll get them for Christmas present or something. I'm going to have these seats, order some cat skins for them, and I think I'm going to go with the dark color of the leather that's in the truck, or pleather, whatever they want to call it, and then maybe like a brown. So I'm going to have a two-tone seat that's probably like almost black and brown. Kind of break it up a little bit, you know, make it kind of snazzy. So that's the number one thing I hate about this 2022 Ford F-150 XLT, are the seats. Alright, so that's going to be about the end of the video, but before we go, I kind of wanted to cover something with you real quick. I do not hate my Ford F-150 XLT. I actually love this truck. It's a great truck. We've had it for about 9-10 months or so, and we've put about 19,000 miles on it. Tomorrow it'll turn 20,000 miles. And this truck has been in a lot of places. And it's been through some snowstorms and roads that probably scare people to be on. And it just plows right through it. It just goes on. You know, I have the correct tires on it. And it just has no problems with the roads and the snow. It's been, you know, all through a bunch of national parks. And between here, Montana and Tennessee, it's been a lot of places that way. So it's got some wear and tear underneath its belt. And during this time, it's been a perfect truck. Rides good. Rides so good, it'll put you to sleep while you're driving. You wake up in the back. Just chill, man, because it's quiet, you know. And I put these newer tires on it, and it's kind of giving it a little hum, but not where it's obnoxious, but it's enough to let you know the truck is there and the tires are there. Because it's with those other tires, you fall asleep, man, no kidding. But it's been a great truck. I do have some things that I've done to it in the past. You know, I've leveled it, put new tires on it. I've put vent visors on it, had the windows tinted, you know, all kinds of little stuff. There's some other videos you can go back and watch on this truck where I tell you what I've done to it and what I've got plans for. You know, I've got a bed cover back there, but what I really would like to have is a camper shell, so that way I can put a deck system in it. So maybe in the future I get a new bumper with a winch, and I can put some of that winch gear back there in that deck system. So there's still a lot of modifications we can do to this truck, because it is going to be, you know, an adventure truck. I'm not going to just drive it back and forth to work. I want to take it out and, you know, have fun with it, let it do what it's supposed to do. And what's kind of funny on another side note is that up here in Montana, this truck stays in four-wheel high most of the time that it's snowing or icing, because that's just the way the roads are here. You just can't get around if you don't. So the four-wheel drive is definitely getting used in this truck. So, but it's a great truck. If you're looking to buy one, I might recommend, you know, taking consideration your engine. Do you want the turbos? Because, I mean, it's a 2.7, and it'll flat get up and go. It just doesn't haul as much. So know what you're getting into, what you might haul, what you might not. Just do all your homework before you buy one. But overall, I mean, I'd give this truck a, you know, 10-star rating if I could, you know, maybe a 10 wrench rating, whatever. But it's been great. I plan on keeping it for a long time. I appreciate y'all watching the videos and commenting down below. If you have one of these trucks, you know, comment down below. If you don't, comment, you know, what kind of truck you got. Be proud of what you have if you enjoy your vehicle. So comment down below what kind of truck you got, or car, whatever your vehicle is that you like. And, you know, don't go bashing other brands, because that's just, you know, that's just rude. It is. So that's going to be it. I'm going to get out of here. Maybe drive down this cliff right here. I don't think so. I won't make it. So y'all have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.